Scorpio. Welcome back to everyone who's coming back to the channel, and welcome to everyone who's here for the first time. I'll do one more shuffle and then we'll get into it for Scorpio. Okay. So 10 of coins and strength. Let's see what else is coming up for you. Looks like there's some money energy happening. Let's see what else is happening. Star and Tower, and then 10 of Swords. So something's ending at the end of the month. A couple 10 cards here. You have the 10 of Coins. So this is a card about, usually it has to do with inheritance or receiving money from prior generations or receiving money from having made good decisions over time. It pictures a couple that are in a castle, and they're covered by the flags of the family or their heritage. In the Rider-Waite, this shows the patriarch of the family who bestows the money on the happy couple and family that is safely ensconced within the castle walls. So the fact that it's in reverse for you, Scorpio, tells me that there may have been money that you were expecting, but that it's somehow in delay or in shadow, or that you're not receiving as much as you thought you were going to have. It's saying that you may need to employ some strength because you may not have the money, resources, or security that you were expecting to have. Just see if you can employ the softness of strength, because strength doesn't try to force things. She has patience and endurance and fortitude. She's different from Chariot in the sense that Chariot will try to control things through hard controls, through the mind, through the ego. And strength really is different from that. She actually has true strength because she does it through softness, through compassion, through endurance, through patience. She has fortitude. So if there's anything going on in relation to your security being disrupted, or if there's any sort of competition, or 5 of Wands can be a Mars-based card, so Mars being the warrior means there's a lot of warlike energy, and this can be playing or fighting. So when this is in reverse, it's telling me that things may be getting a little too serious, a little too competitive, a little like there's something and there's a message on your heart that you want to convey. See if you can do it in a playful way rather than in a competitive or aggressive way. Because Knight of Cups really just wants to wear his heart on his sleeve. There's a message from the heart that's not being able to get through because there's so much fighting. Like he can't actually get through to this strength card because there's all this competition, aggression, fighting going on. So if, it could be that you're fighting about money with your spouse. See if you can have softness. See if you can or this could be boyfriend, girlfriend, or your housemates, or, whatever your situation is. It's whoever it is behind the walls where the money is. See if you can employ softness and strength, Scorpio, rather than an outright aggressive, open warfare kind of feeling, and see if you can actually express what's on your heart, because Knight of Cups is telling me that for some reason there's a message of the heart, but because he's in reverse, it's not getting through. It's in delay or in shadow. So see if you can speak up and share that message of your heart. I think it's going to be through being soft and not being aggressive and warlike is what the 5 of Clubs versus strength is telling me. In the middle of the month, it looks like you might have some dependency on self-reliancy. 9 of Coins is all about the person who works hard and is able to bring resources and money and luxury to herself. So if you have been disciplined, Scorpio, and you've been working hard, enjoy the fruits of your own labor. This is a real card of discipline, and it's a card of luxury. You can see she's wearing purple robes, she's eating grapes, she's wearing fine jewelry, she's got this falcon and a turban with a jewel in it. So just enjoy the roots of or the fruits of your own labor. I'm seeing this with, you know, 10 of coins is money from others, inheritance. 9 of coins is money that you bring to yourself. And so it's just saying you get to enjoy that at the middle of the month. You might be living off of your own savings, or you might be, you know, enjoying your own money. It does seem too that there is some sort of disruption in terms of relationship. 2 of Cups in reverse. Normally 2 of Cups is a love affair of the hearts. Cups represent heart energy and emotion, so it's an exchange of the hearts. It's a love affair. It's an emotional affair. But because it's in reverse, it's saying that you might not be seeing eye to eye. You might be off on your own, living off your own means. And there's a guy out here, Knight of Coins, who he's having to go out to get money, and he has some success with that. So actually this may mean some temporary separation where you're supporting yourself and this person is going out into the world to go find sustenance. He's usually preoccupied with the bottom line. And Knight of Coins or Knight of Pence, it's equivalent to Jack of Diamonds, which is the same card as the United States. So it's called the Salesman card. So this might be a person, you might have a separation from one of your loved ones because they're out like doing some sort of sales somewhere. But it's going to be worthwhile because they're going to find a lot of success with that. Or if you're separating, or if you're taking a time out with your relationship, it looks like you're going to have enough to sustain yourself, and this person is going to go out and find success and recognition through his endeavors. But there is some sort of separation going on, whether it is conflict or whether it is just that you're needing to be separated through space. It's not a time where focus on the relationship is favored. It's a time when there may be, you know, a rift, or you're not seeing things clearly in terms of relationships. So just, you know, enjoy eating grapes on your own for a little while. There may be a knight up ahead, and it looks like he may be like a successful salesman type person. So if there's a knight in the picture, there may be a separation in the middle of the month. And traditionally this is an earth sign. So this is Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. And Knight of Coins can drive a hard bargain. So he likes to, you know, he sees the value of things. If this represents any sort of dissolution of the relationship, like if this represents a divorce to you, you know, this shows you holding on to your money and the other person driving a hard bargain. But they're going to end up successful. So it's interesting. There's a lot going on here in the middle of the month for you in terms of both money and separation. So that's interesting. That's what's going on, Scorpio, or that's what the cards are saying. Towards the end of the month, we have a King of Fire, King of Rods, who is showing up. He's kind of looking off into the distance. Because he is in the upright position, he can be an ally. So this could be someone who supports you, like a lawyer, or it could be like a father figure that's a mentor that you look to for advice, like if there's rocky things going on in a relationship, or if you're missing someone while they're away. This is someone who, you know, might take you out to go do something fun while they're gone, in a totally platonic way. They're absolutely on your side. But because King of Rods is fiery, he always does things in a, you know, very unique, bold, eccentric way. He's a fiery character. And, so he might be interested in like chasing something fun. But he's absolutely supportive to you in this situation. The star comes up, so that means having hope. This is a card of self-acceptance. This is radiance, regardless of what the situation is. This is, you know, she's a naked woman, so it's full of self-acceptance. And you can see, like, the stars are out. She's got one foot in the water and one foot on the ground. So emotionally, she's very grounded. She's connected to her emotions, but she's also grounded. Star energy is wonderful. It's a time for dreaming dreams. And you might even be talking about those with this King of Fire energy. you might, what this line is saying is that because you're having to employ such strength, and you may be having a hard time doing it, being soft rather than being hard and aggressive in relation to your relationship, this might represent an idealized world or hopes of how you want things to be. And towards the end of the month, there may be some sort of dramatic change that happens for you, Scorpio. Tower is when things come up that are unexpected, and it changes everything. And it's dramatic. And you can see two people falling from, this tower, which could represent these two people, hitting a point where things are falling apart. However, it's in reverse, so the effects of that are not as strong. It may just be time for a cycle to end. It may be 10 of Swords is bottoming out, and Swords represent the mental energy. So it may be a time of this way of thinking about things is coming to an end. It speaks to, you've got 2 10s here, which are completions. So there is something that is completing for you, Scorpio. I'm going to say, especially in terms of relationship. Maybe it's an old way of thinking about relationships. Maybe after you discuss things, your idealized world, things may have not been going your way in terms of relationships recently, and you kind of feel like you've been on your own, and like, where's this knight who is the successful, the rescue guy who comes in on the horse? That's what these cards are saying. If you're talking with this authority figure, this king of fire, you may have an end to a certain way of thinking about things, and it may create this dramatic change. That's what Tower is saying to me. So I think through some of the upheavals that are going on, especially towards the beginning or middle of the month, you may have a reframing of your philosophy. Tower and Star can say that. Star and Tower are both like this celestial things that we don't have any control over. But when things change, when a cycle ends, you have an opportunity to change your philosophy, change your idealism, change your ideas about things. And I see this king of fire, this king of rods. This is traditionally a fire sign, so Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries may have something to do with that. This could be a new person, or this could be someone who's giving you advice. So if you do have a separation or a break in a relationship, this can be a new person who comes in and gives you hope. So that's my reading for you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I always love replying to everyone's comments. And if you'd like to share the video, feel free to do so. Or if you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a little button in the upper right-hand corner, a little circle that you can book a reading with me there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who participates in this channel. Thanks for watching.